Hey everybody, David Lewis here with AW Specialty Papers. Today we're working on this Valentine plexiglass heart project. Learn how you can create this beautiful 3D effect with your white toner laser printer and acrylic plexiglass. In this project we are working with cast acrylic that is 3/8 inch thick and this cutout design. All of the laser printed transfer images for this project were made using the Versa Sheen hard surface transfer media by AW Specialty Papers. To begin with, I wanted to see if I could simply heat press transfer the cutout design to the paper coating on the plexiglass. It sort of worked, but ended up leaving a slight pattern in the plexiglass after pressing, so I can't recommend this method. You can use your standard woodworking tools with acrylic. There are a number of YouTube videos to help. After cutting and sanding, it's time to polish the edges. Here's a nice video I found to help figure out how.
Called matte gas, and we'll run that along the edge, and that will flame polish this acrylic to where it looks like smooth glass. Picture. You don't have to go quite, but you notice and then you can see how shiny it is. That's all there is to it, and the secret is the matte gas.
In addition to the cutout shape, I found my foreground saying and my background design. In the following steps, I make extensive use of the Adobe Illustrator envelope distort feature called Make with Mesh to create my print-ready artwork. This allows me to distort the shape of both the saying and the background heart design so it will fit correctly with my original cutout shape. After finalizing the artwork and placement guides, and since the Listen to Your Heart saying is printing as pure white, I can go ahead and mirror reflect it now. I can turn off my background shading and save the file to RIP. In this project, I forgot about the mirror reflect of the text, which would have saved me a sheet of Versa Sheen. Save a high-res PNG with transparency. Here I'm loading that into Smart Cut to use the Real Preview option to check the color. This looks a bit washed out. Reds are hard to achieve in white toner laser printers, so I'll open it in Photoshop and boost the vibrancy and saturation and compare the two in Smart Cut. Now this looks a lot better. I will print this using the Underprint option in the RIP, which will print the background design in a right reading fashion with the white under the print. Here is the Versa Sheen loaded in the iColor 550 printer. A common mistake is to use the Underprint mode without changing the toner configuration in the printer. The white comes out blue. After swapping the cyan and white toner cartridges and reprinting, I now have all of the pieces needed to start pressing. I sandwiched the acrylic between the two prints by first positioning the most important saying design with tape and then the background design. I recommend using a scrap piece of acrylic and paper to hold the temperature probe for accurate results. Critical to success with hard surface media is a pressing pad. Here I'm pressing with a 1/16 silicone pad, which is normally what is recommended for smooth, flat surfaces. Since this piece has rough-hewn edges, a thicker 1/8 or 1/4 pad would give a better wrap around those hand-cut edges. I'm using a digital quick rise thermometer, so I can use a higher heat press temp to reduce the amount of time. Without a thermometer, I would want to use a temp of around 300 and let it dwell longer, say 3-4 minutes. With two-sided projects, you want to start by pressing one side to a sticking temp of around 230 and then open the press, flip the piece over so both sides get an even temp and pressure with the upper platen. For acrylic, you need to remove it from the press at a fairly low temp. For this 3/8 inch thickness, I'm stopping at around 270. For thinner pieces, you might even want to remove it at a lower temperature. Remove it from the press and let it cool. It can be peeled while warm, but not hot. A pro rip setting that I failed to properly adjust was the level of the white toner. As a side note, one feature I like better in the Forever Transfer Rip is the white channel preview, which the Pro Rip lacks. Regardless of the white underlayer, I do recommend applying a layer of acrylic spray white and then a final bake for maximum durability and brightness. In closing, I'd like to share a personal story. Lately, I've been going through a lot of stress. I woke the other morning and this project came to mind. Listen to your heart. I took this in a very literal sense and spent some time actively listening to my beating heart. It changed my thinking to a gratitude for the wonder of life. I hope this is of some help for you. Thank you.